What's going on, geeks? My name's Cody Armour. It is Friday, and you are watching The Week in Geek. But before we catch you guys up, we do need to give a special shout out to James Albert. James Albert is one of our Patreons at patreon.com/geeksundergrace, and we're just incredibly thankful for him. He paid for a reward that gives us a shout out, but the thank you is truly a heartfelt thank you. And he's probably gonna get sick of hearing that because he's the only one with that reward right now, but hey, we are thankful, so. And there is a ton of things in the news today, so we better get into it. First, we'll go to TV news because there really isn't much of it. I can't just sit here and tell you guys all about all of the mid-season finales. That probably would be unenjoyable because of spoilers. But something that was worth mentioning is we are starting to see some photos from the set of The Defenders. And we get to see a little bit of Jessica Jones and Daredevil talking it up there. And then moving on, we don't have a lot of book news, so this is kind of exciting. Blizzard is actually starting their own publishing company. And in a way, this kind of makes sense because if you look at their lineup, it's literally all Warcraft stuff. And they will be publishing not only novels, but also manga. Yes, I pronounce it manga. Leave me alone. And the novels could be really cool, but when I think of high fantasy novels, is this really going to pair up to, Lord of the Rings? But I'm super sold on the manga, and I'm really interested that it's manga and not graphic novels. I mean, are they gonna have the Japanese art style? Is it going to be read right to left? I'm very interested. I mean, can you imagine if it does really well and then we get a Japanese World of Warcraft anime? Yes, please. And then, of course, there is all sorts of hype about the Nintendo Switch coming out right now. There's the indie game called Season of Heaven that's been announced for the Switch. It's going to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Also, Jimmy Fallon got hands-on with the Switch itself, where he just kind of freaked out for a while. And then huge news for the child in me, the Nintendo Switch will be housing Virtual Console games from the Gamecube. Nothing's for sure, but there are rumors for Super Mario Sunshine, which would be fantastic because I love that game. Luigi's Mansion, which I played a little bit of, I'm down for that. And Smash Bros. Melee. And Melee would be very interesting because so far the Virtual Console games have been relatively cheap and affordable. But you could totally charge 30 or 40 bucks for Melee. That is still a lot of people's favorite game of all time. It's most people's favorite Smash Bros. Game. And then moving on, I was super confused for a second. I was like, that's everything? Because that's all that I have on my notes. I forgot about all of the trailers that came out, which is why I didn't have any movie news notes down. First of all, a trailer was released for The War for the Planet of the Apes. Those titles are way too long. And I'm all for these movies. I think they are great. But it really feels like Caesar is living a really long time. I'm just saying, his population of apes has quadrupled since the last movie. And then there was Transformers The Last Night, which is really interesting because there's flashbacks to medieval times and Nazi Germany and all sorts of stuff. Also, we get a glimpse of Cybertron/Unicron, I don't know which is which anymore. And Optimus Prime stabbing Bumblebee. What's that about? I mentioned this on the podcast, but I think this trailer was just done right. Back when they released the Batman vs Superman trailer, you knew exactly what was happening. They released too much. I feel like with this, there is more questions than answers, and to get those answers, I need to watch the movie, and that is a good thing to me. I hope that they don't release too much more plot than they already have. And then final story of the day, SpiderMan got his release. I love the new Peter Parker. My only problem with it is that he is Tony Stark's sidekick. And I kind of think this movie is supposed to be him growing out of that, but when I see the cartoons and stuff, him and Tony Stark's relationship kind of came later. It wasn't this immediate thing. Question of the day is going to go back to World of Warcraft books. Is that something that you would be interested in? Yes or no? I'm really curious. Would you like to see other companies start their own publishing works? I want to know what you have to say, so please leave a comment in the comment section down below with your answer. As always, make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name's Cody Armour. Keep you up to date on what's happening this week in the world of geek. I will see you next Friday, and God bless. Also, side note, I looked up Transformer planets because I was pretty sure I knew about Cybertron. I had forgotten about Unicron, though, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anyone. There is a question in Google when you type it in, and it says, people also ask, is the planet Cybertron real? That's the thing that people ask, because they're worried that Cybertron will come defeat them. People need Jesus. Goodbye.